Hello.
We both did the eyebrows to each
I
other.
know.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, happy Wednesday stuff.
Happy Wednesday, Mean. We have made it to the middle of the week. We have made it to hump day. Why do they have to call it that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But we did.
Yeah, because how many humps does a camel have? I know there's one,
Two.
and some have one, don't they?
Yeah, but is that where it comes from? Like, it comes from a camel, right?
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
assuming.
you made it over the hump. Maybe we're not even thinking about a camel in that case. Maybe we made it over the hill or
Maybe, but then if you think about the camel, they have the two humps, and then if you make it over the hump, you'll be able to sit between it. So it's like you're in a saddle.
ooh, that's good. I like it. Okay, I like that. Happy hump day. Happy
Yes,
hump
happy
day,
hump
everybody.
day.
Happy Totally 90s podcast episode release day, everybody.
Yes. It's been a week.
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, right? I don't know, I feel like this month has gone by really fast, but really slow. And I feel we always say this.
I feel like at this point we need merch that says that.
We do, or
A
we need a
mug.
button, a button that we press and it's just us saying it,
Yeah.
you
I,
know?
oh wow. Okay, I have a snoring puppy down here. So clearly she's over us saying that. But it's the truth. I'm looking at the calendar. How is it mid-November?
Mhm.
Mid. Thanksgiving
Dang.
is next week. The coziest of weeks.
Oh, that's crazy. I love
I
Thanksgiving.
do too. It's my favorite freaking like holiday, like hands down. And it's finally crisp outside. Is he snoring?
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking good.
Sorry, Tony's on this episode. You might hear him snore.
Oh, he's so pure. And when he hears this in the morning, he'll be rolling his eyes. Like, how dare you talk about?
Right?
I don't snore. I'm perfect.
Oh no, he snores
Oh.
big time. Like it's like,
That's because your ass doesn't snore. You're perfect. You're
oh,
quiet and you like little bubbles appear like when you
oh,
breathe.
Steph. I wish. I wish. I may not snore, but as we all know, because I've said this before,
Mhm.
I moan.
You do moan. It's a
Oh, it's
whole ass
horrible.
event. I swear to God. We
Oh,
should like dial in
horrible.
a 900 number and just put you up on the phone on speaker.
It's horrible though. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, it is. We're cruising right into Thanksgiving, and then it's gonna be Christmas.
Christmas. So I have a dilemma because I usually wait for the day after Christmas to decorate. I mean, the day after Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
And I literally think I'm gonna do it this weekend. I told Angel, I was like, you know what? So that is a thing I used to do with my dad. And honestly, I can't even say with all certainty that we did that every day after Thanksgiving. But I'm
Hmm.
romanticizing the day after Thanksgiving. It's like I associate it. Me and
Yeah.
my dad would go get our tree the day after Thanksgiving. But is that the truth? Was it every year? I don't know. So
Right.
I can still have those fond memories, but like me and
Hmm.
Angel can make our own and do it like the weekend before Christmas. Cause
Absolutely. Why not?
I mean, it's not like I did it like right after Halloween. Like, see, that annoys me. Like,
Oh,
people,
completely.
like today I was in Target moseying about and I'm hearing Christina Aguilera's Home for the Holidays. It's like, I love her Christmas album, but I love it in
Hmm.
December. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
let's pump it a little bit.
For real. Let's not do the whole Coit. Is it Coit?
Quite. Yeah.
Yeah, and how they had all the, like literally on Thanksgiving, that's when it's just constant Christmas music, right?
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, I have a confession. We already decorated.
When?
This past weekend,
See, but see,
Presley
that's
was begging for us to decorate, and obviously I can't because of my leg. So I was just like telling them what to do and where to go. So I was like, "Hey, I'm done with this." While we had like Christmas stuff in the background, but it was just
oh,
like because time is going so fast.
exactly.
Technically, it is, already after Thanksgiving because.
Practically. So, and also, like I told you, and your mom does the same thing. December 31st, all that shit is packed up. So it's like I don't even
Mhm.
have like a month to enjoy my nutcrackers.
No, for real. Exactly. And I think that's the thing. Cause yeah, before, when I was younger, we used to actually wait until New
January
Year's to
6th.
take
Oh, okay.
to no to take down our stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't do that anymore. It's like literally the day after Christmas, it's gone.
See, and you know why I do it? So on the Angel knows the 31st, the 30th, and the 31st, we don't make plans because we're deep cleaning everything. We're putting everything
Hmm.
away, white linens, like everything's crisp and ready for
Uh-huh.
the new year. And then we do our, we love to do New Year's at home. We're in our jammies, we have our bottle and our grapes, and we make
Hmm.
our 12
Well,
wish.
that's right.
Like, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
this year, I think I might go crazy and like go because back when I was little, I used to leave it up until January 6th because like
Hmm.
the day, Dia de los
Yeah,
Reyes. So like I would
right.
leave it up. I might revert to that, but I don't know. See, it stresses me out. I just
I
want a
know.
clean slate.
No, for real. I know. I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like here we go again. This whole year went by so quick and it's already December. Like, what the hell? Bring
You
it.
know,
Uh, where did 2023 go? I don't know.
all I know is we can't be the only ones that feel this way. We
No,
can't.
and I don't know what made it so quick.
It was a bomb ass year for the most part. It was pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
It was not too stressful, you know what I mean? I feel like
Mm-hmm.
what year was like insanely like I mean, I can't even remember because like I feel like 2019 was like the last like and then we got to
Mm-hmm.
just chillax and not
Right.
travel
Mm-hmm.
for a while.
Yeah. Right.
So like I think that was the last super stressy. And I don't remember because then I was working still 5 days a week in the office, and that really adds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, totally.
you would think that that would speed up the year. No, it makes it go by really slow.
Yeah, no, for real. And you know what's crazy is I was reading something today and they said that the last day of this year
Oh,
will be
mm-hmm.
one, two,
Two,
three,
three,
one,
one,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Yeah.
That's why get those grapes and make the
What does that
wish.
mean?
I'm gonna take it to be a really just good sign of things to come. I feel like we've already said that 2024 is going to be lit
Mm-hmm.
because we're 42.
Mm-hmm.
42 is in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Even numbers, we're bound to
Hello.
like hit all our goals.
And and hello, 42 is 24 backwards.
Exactly.
So,
Two divided into four is two.
4 plus 2 is 6. Upside down is our birth month.
Exactly. This is going to be our year. But like,
Yeah.
I'm sad to see 2023 go. Like, I'm already
Hmm.
like, oh, it's going to be summer again.
Oh, and I'm excited. Hey, although I don't know, this winter may be here for a while because El Nino's back.
What does he want?
I don't know because every time El Nino shows up, it just isn't pretty. It's going to be a lot of rain. I mean, look at what's happening in Iceland right now.
What's happening in Iceland
They
right
had
now?
freaking 3,000 earthquakes. I don't know what the time frame was, but it was like over a period of a few days. 3,000 earthquakes to where, Blue Lagoon, that Blue Lagoon in Iceland, literally that whole town had to be evacuated because they're expecting the main volcano there to like erupt like Pompeii style.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't even know how I got on that.
I don't either, but I'm scared.
Same here.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't really know how I got on that. But anyways, I mean a lot of things have happened. But on that note, I really want to ask you about this.
Mm.
So I heard that you're like this with Paris
Oh
Hilton.
my God. I can't believe what happened. First of all, I'm not surprised because she's so good to her fans. So basically, what happened, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
seeing like girls that I follow on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, my shopping accounts. I love
Mm-hmm.
all my little 20-year-olds. Um, they like one recently was like, oh my God, Paris Hilton just followed me. Wow. And she's got like 11,000 followers. Girl, I have not even 1,300 followers. Okay. But
Wow.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I have my little cute shopping buddies or,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun. And a video that I took that I posted on TikTok of a sparkly handheld Paris Hilton mirror that I found last year and posted about it last year. People have been commenting on it recently, and she somehow saw it. It just magically like
Oh,
came up on her
dang.
For You.
Hmm.
And then she commented, liked it, and then followed me on TikTok. Why?
Wow.
And then I got,
Okay.
so I'm freaking out. Angel's freaking out more than me. She's like, you know, oh my God. And then I freaked out hard because not only is that like the real life Barbie going in
Hmm.
pink, like she's, oh my God, but like she gave Kim Kardashian a name. Like, so, and
That's
then
true.
she posted a video recently of her and Kim, and I burst into tears. I was like, oh my gosh, like,
Aw.
ah, Kim Kardashian. Like, I was like hiding under the blankets. I was like, I can't believe this.
Oh my
It totally
gosh.
made my whole week. I was like, this is so cool. Like,
Oh, that's amazing. No, you know what? I don't know. Honestly, her and Nicole Richie have a
oh,
special place in my heart.
oh
I
yeah.
just love them so much. And you know what the thing with her is, Paris, is she's very, she's very shy. You could tell she's very, like, kind of reserved, but when she likes you, she really does like you,
Yeah,
and I love the fact that she takes the time out to acknowledge her fans.
she does. She
And
does.
more people should do that.
And I love that she doesn't care that her stuff is in Ross and Burlington. Like that's what we're all posting
Yeah.
about.
Hmm.
And like her like pots and pans that I want to get my hands on at Walmart. And
Hmm.
like she's like living for it. She's like, okay, like, oh, she's so pretty. Like, oh my God, I'm freaked out. And then she's loves Britney. She's a total gay icon. Like
Hmm. Oh, completely.
the girl can do no wrong. And hello, Kathy Hilton. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, she is aging marvelously. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and then Paris like hangs out with Kris Jenner. I might have
I
another panic
know.
attack. I literally almost had a panic attack when
No,
that
for
hit
real.
my
Because,
my
yeah, she
head.
was on last week's episode.
Oh, don't.
Her and Chloe were talking, and yeah, it was a good episode. Hold up, though.
What?
Real quick, did you see Courtney and Travis's new pictures?
Okay, okay, because I sent you a message on Instagram, like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, really? Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you what that was because it got deleted.
Okay, it was the annoying post. Do we need to see that all that? She's
Yeah,
trying too hard.
yeah. And I can't get the fact that Travis had
Yeah.
a thing for Kim.
Yeah.
And it's really icky. I don't know. Like, why do I need to see his hands down her pants?
Like
Like her
up in her butt
butt.
crack.
Yeah,
In
that's
her
like
crack.
disgusting.
And like, do
And
I
I'm
need
not a
to
prude.
I'm
Like,
not a
I'd
prude
let Tony put
either.
his hands down my pants anytime. But the problem is that, like, how is this even, like, relevant? Like,
I
why?
know.
And she looks like she just looks, she's trying too hard.
That's the problem.
It's
The woman
pathetic.
is beautiful. She's
Mhm.
hilarious, but like ever since she got with Travis, like at first I was really rooting for them. I still am because I
Mhm.
feel like she deserves to be happy. But
Yeah.
the girl changed her whole brand just because her man's a rocker. Are you
Mhm.
kidding?
Exactly. And it's just very, like, it's just very, it's she's reaching, and I'm not here for it. And I don't like, it's like even her hair looks like it's greasy and dirty. And I'm like, that's not the Courtney that we we
No.
know. And I get it. For me, I feel like she wanted for so long to be out of the spotlight. She hated it. And now all of a sudden it's like she's all about this shock factor crap.
Hmm.
And it's just not a good look for her. Like, I'm getting the feeling that her kids even are annoyed with her.
Yeah, I am too because I don't see them anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Because even I read somewhere, and I think I don't know if, no, they didn't say it on the show, or maybe she did. Maybe even recently when Kim was saying that North like spending time with Kanye. I think Courtney said Penelope prefers hanging out with Scott. And whenever in the new season, you always see Penelope with Scott. Like, she loves hanging out with
Oh.
him. But I think that the whole, like, it's sad because you always think of, like, stepkids, or like new kids that are born into a family where they're already established. That new baby always gets all the attention. And I really
Yes.
hope that her other kids aren't, like, thrown to the side because it's Travis's baby, you know?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I don't know. I just those pictures though, those comments were crazy that he I
I
was like,
ran to the comments.
me
Like also
too.
like don't like Janet Jackson already did that pose. You need to pick a
Mm-hmm.
new.
Right? And I don't mind tattoos. I really don't. But something about Travis and the way he looks,
He's too
and it's
skinny. That's the
yeah,
problem.
I think that's the thing, and that he's just very pale with the skinniness, and I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just not. I don't know. And she just looks not. It's just not a good look. I was really disturbed. People are like, "Can we have the old Courtney with Scott back?"
Seriously. And then the thing is, she was miserable with him, but she was so pretty and
Mhm.
hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and they were saying that like she was getting a lot of flack about or that's what they were saying because in the last episode of the Kardashians, she was talking about Tristan and Penelope having an issue with Tristan as well as her and
Hmm.
not wanting to even like associate with him. And Chloe's like, "Oh,
Tristan.
yeah." It's like I guess because Tristan, I guess, lives has a house on the same property or nearby Chloe and Chris. He bought a house nearby. And I guess they were going to go tour it. And so
Mm.
Tristan was like, or I guess Chloe called and said, "Is it okay if Tristan takes Penelope and the girls with them because True is there too?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, let me ask Penelope." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess that's okay." So Penelope has an issue with Tristan. She doesn't like what he did to her
Uh-huh.
aunt. And so I mean, I get it, but everybody in the comments is like, "Oh, well, she's over here judging Tristan for everything he did, but look at what she put up with Scott, for how many years?" I mean, given I don't think Scott was to the magnitude that's obviously Tristan is, but I don't know. Courtney, I feel like nowadays is in her element of feeling like she's holier than thou.
Uh, exactly. Holier than thou. She needs to pump the brakes and remember why she's even here.
I
Sorry.
agree. Yeah, but anyways, that's I just had to ask because I was wondering what that post was that you sent me, but I didn't know. And it's funny that we were hello because I was
Yep.
so disturbed. But
Yeah.
anyways,
I was furious.
yeah, ugh. Well, we are going to talk today, though, amongst other things, about 1996.
Woot and a woot.
I don't know. I don't know if it could top
I
1995.
don't think anything can top 95 except for maybe 99. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
96. 96 was there. We were sophomores,
Yeah,
sweet
we were.
15s, quinceañeras.
Exactly. I mean, all these years of high school are very like, very memorable for sure. But I'd have to say that 1996 was an interesting year. For me, one of the things that kind of stood out was, um, well, President Clinton.
Oh, you took it. Yeah,
He was reelected
he
on
sure
his
was.
second term.
He sure was against Bob Dole.
And good old Ross Perot.
Oh, I don't like people make fun of his ears.
Me neither. I remember we had a silent vote in one of our classes. I can't remember which one it was. And I was the only one that voted for Ross Perot. And
Did you
people
feel
are like, "Who voted for him?" And I'm like, I don't want to admit it, but I was like, me. Because I felt so bad for him, even though
I
it wasn't a real
know.
vote.
I know.
But
I felt bad for him too. I did. I
yeah.
really did. But yeah,
I always
Bob
like the
Dole.
independent candidates myself, you
He was
know?
independent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm down, you know? That neutral party. I
Yeah,
don't see
I like a
anything wrong
little.
with it. And I think it needs to become a lot more mainstream because, the other two aren't doing
Oof.
such a good job lately. So,
Girl, I feel like other
um
countries are just laughing at us at this point.
completely. But what else? What else was going on in 1996, Steph? Anything on your list?
Well, the Discovery Channel was launched.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm
Discovery,
down.
the Discovery and Animal Planet that
Oh,
that occurred. I just lost. Oh no, it was Animal Planet, and Discovery Civilization, to be exact.
Oh.
So now it it had like it ties to the ID channel later on. So it's like this whole
Mm-hmm.
like it encompasses like the History Channel and the Geography Channel. So it's all under this cool umbrella. So this is
Oh,
very
that's pretty
special to
cool.
me because I live and breathe the ID channel. So thank you,
Yeah.
Discovery Civilization Network, which was born
Yeah.
in October
Cute.
7th, 1996, 27 years ago. So that was really, really good for TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shoot,
yes.
27
What?
years ago.
27 years ago, we could have a freaking almost 30-year-old child, 27 years. But you know what else happened?
Hmm.
Tupac Shakur. He was critically wounded in a drive-by shooting.
I believe, was that on my birthday,
And
September
that was the day
6th?
after.
That's right. I because it was the day I believe of my party,
Okay.
my 15th birthday. Because I remember that was kind of like it was like, the news thing. It was all
Yes.
over.
Yeah, it was all over. And like,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it so look, that was 27 years ago. That's the shooting that he died from his wounds, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Because this was in Vegas. Okay. And this year is the year that they found the murderer.
Ain't that crazy?
Crazy. See?
Who was it?
Some rando.
So it
I don't
wasn't anybody that they thought like
no, it
Suge
wasn't like
Knight
a
had nothing to do with it
well, I don't
that we
believe that.
know of.
Big Knight is he still alive?
Or is he in prison?
I think
Is
he's
he
in
still in
prison.
prison? I think he's due out soon. I
Is he?
think. I think. I saw a movie and they were talking about his, or maybe a documentary talking about um his release. Let's see, Suge Knight's release date. Oh, no, we still have some time.
Okay.
2034.
All right.
But,
Oh,
and hold on, see, as of March 2023, Knight is incarcerated. Wait, did he just get put in prison?
Suge?
Uh-huh.
I thought he was detained. I mean,
I thought
maybe.
it was,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
thought
thought
it was
he's
a
been
while
in
ago.
prison.
Me
Yeah.
too. Okay, yes, from 2001.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes more sense. So, yeah, he's in San Diego and will not be eligible for parole until 2034. So, who even knows if he'll even be eligible for that? So,
Oh, my Lanta. And like, so back in the day, like they had this
mm-hmm,
other guy named Orlando something was the
mm-hmm,
suspected murderer.
right,
But this guy is, as far as I know, he wasn't like in the on anyone's radar back then. And he's
mm-hmm.
60 years old and
Wow,
yeah, so I don't know how did they find out it was him though? I've just been like, oh no, he has been a long known suspect in the case.
really? I think this is the year that we could say that 2023 was the year where a lot of cases
Oh yeah.
were brought to back to life and people were found,
Mm-hmm.
like convicted of things that, or, people that were, what is it called? When you, what is it called? When you haven't found the killer yet?
Yeah, cold
Oh,
case.
you have cold cases. Thank you. And all of a sudden, up pops the devil, right?
Yeah.
Um, but this one, it's funny because I think that if it would have been back then, I would have been like, oh my God, who killed him? But it was kind of like I heard the news and I was just like, oh, okay. I wasn't, for me, I wasn't really that invested. I mean, I was like, oh, that's good. But
Yeah.
obviously, if it was someone like Suge Knight or, what is it, Diddy?
Yes.
I would
Oh
have been like, say
God.
what?
Uh-huh.
So, man, but that's sad. He was did you look at anything with Jada Pinkett
What do
and
you
that
mean?
whole thing like with her interview with who was in her book when she was talking, she did a whole bunch of interviews,
Oh
but how
God.
much she was talking about Tupac, and it was like I think she was madly in love with him.
Oh, no doubt about it. But did you hear
Hmm.
the latest?
With Will Smith.
Uh-huh. And you know what? That would explain a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Star Magazine reported on that. They speculated on Will Smith and his little buddy, Dwayne, something.
Who is Dwayne?
He
Is he
was
just
like,
some random?
he was a basketball player and then he was also an actor. And I can't
Mm-hmm.
believe the vulgarity of like describing like how he was like the security guard was like, I found him, like,
Right?
do 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 do.
Okay,
So that
because
would
honest,
explain a lot.
yes, and honestly, uh, it doesn't surprise. I mean, it was a shocker to read that, but at the same time, it's not surprising.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Time will tell.
Ugh.
One of those things, more things will come out of the woodwork because there was already some talk about this.
Yeah.
And I think it was with someone else. I don't even think it was pertaining to this person. I think there was other things
Wow.
that were coming up about someone famous, other like, a mainstream actor or a comedian or someone that had said something about Will, or he was like entangled with someone. I
You
don't
know
know.
what? That's sad. That's
Hmm.
oh God.
Yeah. And you know what? It is icky though, because it is one of those things that because it in a way like it makes me feel sad because it's like that's
For
something
who?
private for Will,
Me
because
too.
that's something that if this is true, that
Hmm.
should be something that he should have the choice to disclose. And
Exactly.
no one should do that to someone because that's something very private, especially if you're married, you have children. It's kind of like with Caitlyn Jenner and
Yeah.
how she, everything came about. Like she was able to do it on her own time, but at the same time, like if you're exposed and you're not ready, that could be really like traumatizing, you
Yeah.
know? And he's already going through a lot
I just
with,
feel like I want to know how his like PR is going to handle like do damage control because this is
yeah.
something that's been alluded to
Mm-hmm.
a lot in the
Yeah.
past. So and you're right. Like if he is, so what?
Mm-hmm.
And but let him be. Like he's been beaten down enough this year. Ugh,
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it today, I was like, fuck.
Right. He sure has. And I'd have to blame Jada for that in a
Ugh,
lot
I
of
do too. I
ways.
just blame her for anything that's
But I
shitty.
will say though, I watched the Jay Shetty interview with him.
What? And she won you over?
You know what though? Like listening to her, there's a lot of things that like because I've always liked Jada myself. And I just feel like there's a lot of things with her that she too. The thing I like about her, she can see both sides of the fence. Like you can call her out on her stuff and she'll be like, "Okay, I could see that." You know? And like she says even the things that happened that night at the Oscars, she feels like a lot of it was her fault. So, she could take blame. I just think that a lot of things that have been going on lately kind of really shed a bad light on her, which rightfully so,
Yeah.
because it's just sad, I think that he kind of like took the heat for a lot of things that she did, and she wasn't really a nice person. So I don't know. I it's I'm sure we'll be talking about this more in depth at a later date.
I mean,
I
I
just
kind of want to get her book, but
I know. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I feel after listening to that interview that it was a 2-hour interview
Okay.
on YouTube. I feel like I already read the book.
Oh
So
shit. Okay, maybe I'll have to check that out. But
yeah, it was very good. I like Jay Shetty.
yeah, he's cute.
Isn't he though? Very adorable. So one of the things for me, and it is just casual, is that 1996 actually marks the year when Tiger Woods was one of the top rated golf players and he became a professional back then. So
Oh,
I love Tiger Woods, and yeah, I just had to mention that because he really was at the top of his game during that time, like, winning all these like championships and all of it. He was like at his prime, and you couldn't really go anywhere without hearing about Tiger Woods all over. Like he was on not newspapers, but maybe newspapers, but magazines and everything else. And um, he too has had a crazy life since then. A lot of things have gone on, but he's adorable. So I just wanted to mention that.
No, definitely. Yeah, he's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
In March 19th to be exact, Lyle and Eric Menendez were found guilty of first-degree murder of the 1989 killing of their parents. And I have mixed feelings because, I want to cover them in a crime talk, but like
Mm-hmm.
basically Rosie O'Donnell did like and also there's like documentaries and stuff, but she's very vocal about the fact that hi, they're victims. They
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a real abusive home, especially at the hands of the father. So sometimes your shit happens and I'm not justifying murder, but I feel like in that case,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're still rotting in jail, right? Like for
Mm-hmm.
this.
And are they eligible for parole?
I don't think so because they have life. Oh yeah, life without the possibility of parole for both.
Hmm.
And it was like bad. These boys suffered greatly for many, 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 many years.
Wow.
Um Not just like beatings, but sexual abuse. That does something to you.
Mhm. Oh, completely. Yeah, for real. I mean, it's one of those things that um, it like festers and, they probably didn't know what else there was like no other way to escape the pain of what they were going through.
Yeah.
And they felt like that was the only way.
Yeah.
Imagine that's a constant reminder of, your parent. Who does that? And if so, like, did because they reached out to Rosie, right?
Hmm.
And was there any like because I mean I remember seeing the movie of the Menendez brothers, right?
Yeah.
And of course they portrayed them completely differently, even though they did mention that there was some sort of abuse that had gone on, but they really didn't focus that much on it. So of course you were like, oh my God, what kind of kids would do this? They plotted
Yeah.
the whole thing and you know, um, but in reality, crap. If that is true, do you believe them?
Hmm.
If that is true, that is sad. And I really think that, something I don't know, there's nothing that could be done though, right? It's like that lady that killed her daughter's molester
Yeah.
back in the day. And I think she died. I can't remember, but I know they were trying to convict her or trying to like set her free because they said, well, she was just acting out of defense. And are there any laws that can help anybody in that situation?
I think it
Isn't
depends
there
on this.
something?
I think it depends on the state, but it also is like you had no choice. You were scared for your life. You're
Hmm.
trying to protect yourself. And I think that's the route that they tried to
Yeah.
go and say that it was self-defense. That's the
Hmm.
word. And the jury, no one bought it. They thought it was cold-blooded murder. And it's like,
Dang.
ugh,
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on how the actual murder was done,
right.
right? And if it was like premeditated and stuff like that. It's just, there's all these different factors, but it is an interesting case though. You
Hmm.
know, these two, like, because you think about it, two rich boys that have it all, right? Their parents are rich. They're just like, and it's like, why would you waste your life? That says a lot. Like when you have everything and you're willing to risk it all, why? There has to be something. There has to be a
Yeah,
catalyst, you know?
definitely.
Oh man, so many things. Let's see. Well, actually, speaking of Rosie O'Donnell, her show, the Rosie O'Donnell show, made its debut in 1996 and became an instant hit, and it sure did because I freaking loved that freaking show.
I That was one of my favorites. And also not to bring it back to the Menendez brothers, but that's when they reached out to her, was like when her show was like first on. And I don't know why they chose her, but they wrote to her,
Hmm.
and she was like, she wasn't ready to talk about the subject, bring it up, on her show because, quote, people weren't ready to accept the fact that boys get raped sometimes by their fathers. And as a culture, we ridicule them. So
It's so true.
she, but now, and as of, a few years ago, she actually shared that she was sexually abused by her father. And I
Hmm.
feel like it's full circle, like now she's like
Oh
back in
yeah.
touch with them. She's in touch with one of the brothers' wife. And she's really advocating for them. But yeah, back when her show first aired, that's how quickly like that landed in her lap, basically. But she felt like she couldn't do anything with it.
Well, yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like, not awkward, but do you really want to be mixed up in all that?
Right.
Especially at the height of her career, because that was when
Right.
everything just was taking off.
Her brand was very happy and like, yay, and Tommy, can you hear me? Her love for Tom Cruise,
That's
which
right.
is my favorite thing about her, and the fact that he still sends her a birthday cake every year.
Mm,
Like that fits
I
in my
love it.
pocket for later on. Like,
Oh,
how cute
completely.
is that?
Yeah, and we all remember when Donny Osmond was on there.
Oh my God. Oh,
Mm,
what a show.
remember?
Yes.
Because she was obsessed with Donny Osmond too, and he totally fat shamed her and was like, remember, and I don't know if he did it intentionally, but I remember that specifically, like, or distinctively, like, I don't know if he was carrying her or like he was gonna like dip her, and he literally was like, help, help. And like he
Oh,
couldn't pick her up. And I think, and he had said something to her and he totally like burst her freaking bubble,
what a
you know?
hooker. Him, not
Right?
her.
Exactly. And I'm just like, but she just has a classic, like, I don't know, presence about her. The way she comes up with things like ad libs things is just priceless. And little things she had, like her little trinkets on her desk. I just loved it. And that was like total ASMR
Mm-hmm.
for me, like her
Mm-hmm.
koosh balls or
Oh
her,
yeah.
her pencils or her little things that she would touch. And she'd always be like fiddling with something,
Yeah.
you know? And I don't know, it was something different than we had ever seen before. Sorry, do you hear snoring?
No.
Okay.
Do, do
Because
you?
yeah, it's already loud. Tony's asleep.
Oh wait.
Hold on, let's hear.
Wait. Girl.
That's what I live with, folks.
Oh my
I love you, Tony.
God. Wow, impressed. That's how I sound. Where
It's really
were
loud.
we?
I don't even know, but we were talking about Rosie O'Donnell, but I loved her and she was cute. But
She
anyways,
was adorable. God, what else? What else? What else? Oh, well, in April 3rd, a military jet crashed into a mountain in Croatia, killing 35 people on board, including US Secretary of Commerce Ron Brown. Do you remember that?
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh my gosh.
Puta madre. I'm gonna keep talking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have this on mute. My gosh. He's like, I'll be awake. I'll just be quiet.
Oh my God, he's so
He's
pure.
Yeah, he's like our guest today and doesn't even realize it. Yeah, but I do remember that. That was really sad. Hmm.
Yeah, another reason to not board a plane or a jet. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. There's too many
Yeah.
crashes and weird things happening.
Right? It's just weird people on planes.
Yes.
I don't have patience for that. In 1996, they said that if you had the internet, you were most likely using AOL, and of course, it was dial up. Oh my
Oh
gosh!
my
And I'm
God, I
looking
can
at a
hear
picture of
it.
this right now, and the way that I forgot how AOL looked, and how you had
Yeah.
like the main menu with all the different tabs and what you
Main
could have clicked on.
menu.
Yes. Oh, you know. Some of those things, like the things from the past, like this, just really make me feel warm and fuzzy, and that's
Me
one of
too.
them.
Me too.
Mhm.
I loved the sound of the dial-up. Like it was cozy as hell.
Mhm. Oh, totally. And it was just, I don't know, it was kind of because it was new.
Yeah,
Like we had never experienced anything like this. And to know that so much information was at our fingertips, mind blowing,
absolutely
right?
mind-blowing. Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness. I just can't. What else is there?
Oh, well, the Unabomber was arrested at his creepy cabin in Montana.
Dang, I remember that. Man, remember that? Holy crap.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that was a big one because he was on the loose for a while.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, shoot. In Montana? Okay.
Montana.
Yeah, that's a place to go, I'm sure, because it's wide open spaces.
Wide open
Man, whatever happened to those Dixie Chicks?
spaces. Oh my God. I loved them.
I know they had some good ass music. And
They
you know who
did.
also had some good music, but they totally high school ruined it for me. This song in particular.
What?
The Fugees.
Oh God.
Their cover of Killing Me Softly
Do you
was a hit
know?
song of
Do you
1996.
know the dark side of that song, of that remake?
No, please do tell.
I saw an episode on the Discovery Channel or I Investigation Discovery that one of the men that either was a producer on that track or whatever, and he was a known producer, but I didn't know him. He was like a horrible, like disgusting, like abused his wife and children, but really bad. Like I can't even like describe what he did, but he was tied to that song. So now every time I hear that song referenced or I hear it on the radio, I can't even listen to it anymore because I think about that man and what he did, like to his family.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look this up on TikTok because I'm pretty sure TikTok has it all over. Dang, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
I personally don't care for the song.
Yeah. Well, they played it out.
They did. And in high school, nothing against anybody that sang
Oh, here
it.
we go. Here we go. Here we
But it
go.
seemed like every assembly, everybody and their mama wanted to sing this song. And I was like, really? Why are we like, really? Like, I'm tired. My ears are bleeding. Like, I'm
Hmm.
so sick of this song. And it was just too much.
It was too much.
It was a
Everyone was
lot.
singing it up and down the halls. But yeah, oh, and if you want to look up the guy's name, so he's spending 90 years behind bars for
Dang.
impregnating his own daughters and having 6 children with
What?
his daughters.
Ew, are you serious? And
Yeah.
this was the producer?
Award winning.
Shit. Okay.
And I apologize. It's not the producer of the song. He was an award winning director.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
It was
Oh.
such a sad
What was his
story.
name?
Aswad Allende.
Aswad Allende. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole tonight. Crap.
Mhm.
That is really disturbing. Ugh. Um, the 1996 Summer Olympics were in full swing down
I'm
in
falling
Atlanta.
asleep to that.
Okay, and it was fire because we had a lot. Okay, a really good 1996 Summer Olympics. But one thing that I do remember about the 1996 Summer Olympics was the the Magnificent Seven. Okay, they took home the gold in gymnastics, and we all remember Carrie Strug
Oh my God.
and her
Yeah.
infamous last
When she hurt herself.
yes.
Oh,
What a freaking beast on the vault.
yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I still watch that every now and then. I'll click on Carrie Strug, just cause. And I have my favorites, Dominique Moceanu, Shannon, I was gonna say Doherty, but it's not Shannon Miller. But Carrie Strug's though, I don't know, even her documentary, they had some sort of documentary that I watched. but her talking about that moment was so captivating. And God, she's the epitome of a freaking Olympian. To
Yeah.
be her, I mean, hell, I know how it feels. We know how it feels with pain in your legs,
Hmm.
right? Your foot, whatever it is. For her to do that with a broken ankle or whatever she had, that's freaking insane. That's dedication. I mean, because
Yeah.
she literally was just running on adrenaline.
Yeah.
And to land that and
Oh,
to win the
Jesus.
gold for all of them, they need a freaking gold bronze statue of her. They really do. Oh, I love Olympics. I just love, and I love gymnastics. I really do. I get so excited. I'm sorry.
You are adorable. And do you remember that a week after the Olympics started, there was a bombing, like, and it
Yes.
injuring 11 people, killing two. Like, that
Oh
was
my God.
insane.
I could still remember I was on the foot of my bed. I was peeled, like, I was on the TV screen, like, oh my gosh, what is
Yeah,
going on?
it
That
was,
was scary
it
because
really
it was around
was.
that time of like the Oklahoma City bombing.
There's just
And it
lots of
was,
bombs.
yeah, exactly. Yes. And we were just like kind of on edge already about all this. And yeah, it was just crazy. Oh, so disturbing. Really is. Oh my God, he is
Sorry.
snoring up a
Oh my
storm.
God, I can't wait for him to hear this tomorrow. Hi,
Ah,
Tony.
Tony.
Sleeping Beauty.
For real. I mean, I'm trying to talk over it, but it's crazy how these headphones don't even block it out. And we know what it blocks out. Okay. That says a lot. Oh,
Oh my
anything,
God.
what else is up your sleeve stuff?
I mean, hell, let's see. There was, oh, one of my favorite Disney movies was released. It was Disney's 34th feature film. So, okay, so, and it was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I loved that movie. Now I can't
Oh,
watch it because it makes me
why?
sad. I don't like when people who are different are bullied. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
scene where like they throw fruit at him and leave him like in the center of the town, like all like covered in garbage, and it still haunts me. So,
Oh,
but I did love it when it was released, and yeah, so I was excited because that was around the time that I think, didn't Pocahontas come out after, like, or before, like they were just really like hitting it, and then Hercules came out, and then I was like, I'm bored, but
yeah.
but yeah, so that came out, and there was a hurricane named Big Bertha. Just kidding, Bertha. That came out the summer of 1996. It was a Category 2
You're so
storm
funny.
in North Carolina. So that was, I remember hearing about that in the news because of the name. And so that was funny. But
We
yeah,
all remember Berthas, don't we?
we all do. I mean, I have two in my family, so there you go.
Oh man, really? Wait, who's Bertha on your? It's that's not your grandma's name, is
It's
it?
my grandma and her
Okay, thought it was.
daughter, my on my
Oh, that's
dad's
right.
side. Yeah, so there's two Bertas in my
That's right.
family.
But see, it sounds better in
Yes, it
Spanish
does.
than in English, like
Exactly.
Bertha.
Like
You
you want to say
know?
Big Bertha?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shoot. You
Oh
know
man,
what happened in 1996? Remember the whole issue with Bjork? That stalker she had? It was like this
was that in
guy, like it
1996?
was in 1996, in
Wow,
September, and he sent a bomb in a letter to her home. And then
scary.
he went and committed suicide in his apartment. And they didn't find him until like a week or so later, when reports of like a foul odor were submitted to like, or called in to the police station, and they watched, like, he had left a suicide tape and he
Yeah.
recorded like him killing himself and all this stuff, and so they were like, holy shit, we have to get to Bjork and warn her, but thankfully like nothing happened. Like they intercepted the package. There was a package, and hello, it took a few days for them to even realize that he had committed suicide. So like that, I had that package
Dang.
arrived.
Yeah, for real, there'd be no Bjork. She'd be
Exactly.
all
So,
Bjorked up.
oh my God, where's the snare drum when you need it?
Feeling wacky stuff.
I mean, I think it's the snowing over there.
For real. Like
The
it's like
sawing of the logs. Are you building
intoxicating
a
me.
yeah, are you building a whole log cabin over there?
Pretty much. Oh my gosh, heavens. So by this time, we're gonna have like a mansion of, like a freaking, I don't know, chalet.
Holy crap.
Anyways, do you remember the Tickle Me Elmo?
Do I?
Uh-huh, because that hit the shelves in July.
People
And
went nuts
honestly, the world had no idea what we were in for because Tickle Me Elmo was everywhere.
everywhere.
Kids were obsessed with this doll. And it
Hmm.
was one of those things where it was like mayhem in the stores where people were like waiting for it to open and they were like rushing to the freaking Tickle Me Elmo aisle
Oh
to
my
buy
God.
this for their kids for Christmas, their birthdays, God knows what, but mainly Christmas. And I don't know, were you an Elmo fan?
I thought he was adorable, but I never really like went nuts. I think it was after my time, even though when I was
Yeah,
little, I think he was on the show. But
exactly.
Big Bird had my heart when I was watching Sesame Street.
Oh, totally. Oh, I liked
Snuffleupagus
Snuffleupagus.
too,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh, I
And the
loved
little
it.
worm, the little teeny
Oh, he has a
worm.
little tiny worm.
That was adorable. And you
I
could see the
love that.
string.
Yes. And I totally thought they were real.
I
Did
know,
you
so
like
did
the
I. I
Muppets?
did. I loved Miss Piggy because she was such a
Yes.
diva.
Wasn't she though? I just
Yeah.
loved the Muppets like in the morning.
Yeah, I liked
Muppet
the Muppet
Babies.
Babies. Thank you. I used to watch the hell out of that show.
Same here. Oh my God, this just makes me feel really warm and fuzzy when I
Yeah, me
even say
too.
that. This is something I'm kind of bitter about. I'm not really a fan of, but it happened. So MTV2 was launched
Mm.
and promised to only show music videos.
And I thought it was just focusing on British music videos.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Buddha, Tony, save
I
some for.
know.
Man, our listeners are in for a
I
treat.
he just turned around and laughed. I can't. I'm so sorry, guys.
No,
I
it's
can't lie.
adorable because he's perfect. So it's like, oh, this is his little thing.
No, but MTV2 was ridiculous. I wasn't a fan. And
I
like you
hated
said, I
it.
thought it was British stuff that was, or like I don't even know. Things like kind of like um stuff we haven't really heard of. Not mainstream things. But I really feel like what they were trying to do with MTV2 is they knew that MTV was going to be bombarded with just reality shows.
Yeah.
And they just slowly wanted to bring all the music over to MTV2. Does
Yeah.
MTV2 still exist?
No, I don't think so.
Uh, does VH1 exist?
I don't have cable anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. Because that's sad. I miss VH1.
I miss VH1. Hello. I mean, pop-up
Mm,
videos. Enough
right?
said.
Oh, goodness.
Trying to think what
Well,
else. Like Fox News Channel was launched in 1996, and I feel like that's pretty important.
mm-hmm, definitely.
But like there was in the towards the end of the year, 66 people and one baby died as a result of drinking apple juice that had E. coli in it. I don't
Oh,
remember that, but I saw that here and I freaked out. Like you just never
yeah.
fucking know.
You know what? That's true. And I feel like around those times, because I was a big watcher of what was it called? 2020.
Yeah.
I always watched 2020 when I was younger, and I felt like E. coli was a hot
Everywhere.
commodity back then. Kids were dying left and right of E. coli poisoning. And it was like not just E. coli, because you can have like a mild case of E. coli, but it was like the kind of E. coli where there was no hope.
Hmm.
Like you're dead,
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Jerry ate a burger and the burger wasn't cooked
Yes.
enough
Yes,
and he got E.
exactly.
coli and croaked.
Oh my
That
God.
scared the living crap out of me. To this
Yeah.
day, I will not eat a burger if I see red, like, or even pink. I don't like to see
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
want to it needs to be brown in the
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah.
because of that.
Except no, I know.
Also, I have a question, and actually, this is pertaining because it happened in the 90s. Do you remember ever hearing about people sitting on drains in swimming pools and getting their intestines sucked out?
No.
Yes, it's a thing and it's traumatized me. Even to this day in our pool, I won't go near the drain.
Oh my
But
God.
back in the day when they made swimming pools, and it was big in the 90s, and it even happened at one of the apartments over in Westlake, but right by boulevards. They had a community pool. And so a lot of times when you go swimming and you dive down deep, a lot of kids back in the day would go and sit on the drain. Well, when they would sit on the drain, a suction would happen, and literally there was no way, shape, or form you could pull and the kid or person from the drain. So this would happen in pools and it would happen in jacuzzis and like hot tubs. And so that one kid in Daly City that got his literally his whole intestines came out of his rectum.
Did he die?
Hmm.
Oh,
They had to drain the pool because there was no the force. People were trying to pull him off and they could not. That's how insane the suction was.
I'm traumatized. That's so
Yeah.
freaky.
Uh-huh. And I mean, I know it was around that this time. I don't know if it was 1996, but around the nine in the 90s, that was huge.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yeah. So that and whatever it was that we said before that. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the kind of things, E. coli. Those are the
Yeah,
kind of things that are
equally.
going on. I mean, those are huge because just be careful. I'm always a little weary of drains and swimming
Yeah.
pools. Just saying. But one thing that I think we'll both really appreciate is in 1996, the hot couple of the year was Brad Pitt and Gwyneth, Gwyneth
Oh.
Paltrow.
Oh, they were so good looking together.
Weren't they? I'm looking at a photo of them right now, and oh my God, she is so beautiful. She was wearing those sunglasses with the yellow tint,
Oh,
and her hair's
classy.
in a in a French roll,
Oh, she's
and she has
classy.
bangs just hanging out in
Stop.
the front,
She's
and she has a
perfect.
smile looking at him, and he's just like, oh.
Oh,
Yeah, perfection
moment of silence for that one because they were
for real.
gorgeous. I would be remiss to not mention that John Benet Ramsey, that was the year that she was found in the basement of her home.
Dang.
And I
Mm-mm-mm.
still suspect her mother, but
Mm.
I guess we'll
You
never
think
know.
so?
I don't know
Oh,
why. Or the brother, and they covered it up. Burke looked
right.
shifty.
See, and that's what I was thinking. That's what I always thought is that the parents knew and the son was the one that did it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just remember her face on every single magazine all the time. It's like she could never. I mean, I hope that that little girl's at rest finally because it was just this on. Both parents have died already, right?
Yeah.
That's sad. And they haven't figured out anything yet. Wow.
No.
That's a dang on shame because I don't know. But I will say this Denzel Washington was named People's Sexiest Man Alive.
As he should, damn it. As he
Hmm.
should.
Amen. Yeah, he just seems so nice, doesn't he?
I really like him. I've never heard
Hmm.
anything negative about him um
Mm-mm.
in the news or anything, like any like Hollywood gossip, fodder, nothing. It's always been
Yeah,
like really
nothing.
positive.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah, just adorable. Really is. Let's see. Unemployment. I was gonna say unemployment average, like we really care. I was minimum wage was raised to $4.75 an hour.
Damn.
That's crazy. What's minimum wage today? Is it
I
like
think it's like
15?
I think it's 18.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty good. But dang, $4, 8 hours, you would only get like maybe $40.
Mm-hmm.
That's an I was gonna say that's an insult. That's horrible. But then again, obviously, things were a lot different. The price of a loaf of bread was 94 cents.
Mm.
So, but still, ain't that nuts?
I mean, Jesus, that is insane.
Yeah.
Eggs, $1.31.
Mm, wow. Ooh, okay, hold on real quick, Steph. You have an air fryer, right?
I sure do.
Do you air fry your eggs? Do you hard boil your eggs in the air fryer?
No.
Stephanie
Oh, talk to me.
did it today. Everybody, if you were listening, there is no guessing in this anymore with, ooh, have I left it on in the boiling water too long? Is my yolk going to be like orange, green? No, no,
Yeah.
no. 250 degrees for 17 minutes. And you just put the whole egg, cold egg from the fridge, right into the basket. Voila. 17 minutes. Yeah, good. And then you just put it in cold water, let it cool down. That's it.
Yum. And it's easy to
Mhm.
peel.
Completely.
Amazing.
It's perfection.
Amazing. I'm gonna
Hmm.
try that.
Man, I love a good air
So
fryer.
do I love a good egg, man. And I
Yeah.
can't live without our air fryer. I can't imagine life without it.
I love a good hard boiled egg with that everything but the bagel
Oh
seasoning.
yeah.
Oh, hello. Okay. Oh gosh, 1996 had a lot. Anything else, Steph? Because I mean, I don't know.
Um, let's see, because again, I don't think it lived up to 1995
Hmm.
at all.
Right.
It was okay. Like there was some stuff that happened. It
Hmm.
was a big year for Celine Dion though,
Hmm.
because she was like the queen of the romance. She had Because You Loved Me, released in
Hmm.
96. It's all coming back to me now. Remember how dramatic it was? God, I can still hear it.
Yes. Oh
I mean,
man.
and finally we can say Toni Braxton's sexy era occurred in
Hmm.
1996 with You're Making Me High. And I think it goes without saying that the song of the year will be that describes our friendship,
Hmm.
La Macarena. It was
Oh,
released in 1996, which we
dang.
played over and over again at my quince on
Yes, you
repeat.
did.
Oh my God. That was the one. That was the one.
I'm not trying to seduce you. Oh my
Ooh,
God.
yes. Oh my God. And also, I love you always,
Always
forever,
forever,
near and
near and
far.
far,
Yeah.
close together.
It was a
Oh my
good one
God.
for music. See, music always steps in and like lets you know that the year was worth living because Ironic was released,
Right?
a
Hmm.
hit single. Whitney Houston's Shoop Shoop.
Mm.
Hello.
Okay.
And Keith Sweat's Twisted.
Hmm.
Come on, ride the
Dang.
train. Come on, ride it was released and popular.
Hmm.
Do you remember Everything But the Girl? And I miss you
Oh,
like the
yeah.
deserts miss
Miss the.
the rain.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, it
Yes,
was a good year for music. I mean,
it
you had
was.
um Hey Lover by LL Cool J. That is still in my top 10. Like that is the
Always.
song.
There is no escaping that. That is the
No,
jam.
there's so many. Down Low, R. Kelly,
Oh.
Wonder, Natalie Merchant. Um,
Oh, I love
yeah.
Not Natalie Merchant. Like she doesn't really we don't really talk about her that much ever, but she was a good one in the 90s. She
I
was
loved
like
her. I
she
loved her.
was a staple.
I know she was known to be a B, like when she was
Mhm.
in 10,000 Maniacs, but like I feel
Yes.
like she earned it and I
Totally.
really like her. But like
Mhm.
they had just so many songs. 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins was huge.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We got to know Jamiroquai.
Oh God, Jamiroquai. He just
Mhm.
treadmilled his way into our
He
hearts.
sure did. And that like disco looking vibe
Yeah.
and that yeah, he was just fire.
Jenny Wine's Pony.
Okay.
He
Shoot.
yeah. And then No Doubt's
Dang.
Just a Girl. I mean, so
One
much music.
headlight, the wallflowers.
Oh,
I no diggity
me and
Blackstreet.
Cinderella. Yeah. Oh, Fast Love by George motherfucking
Oh my
Michael.
gosh. Okay, Steph, that's our jam. We used to sing that like nobody's business.
We
Damn.
still do.
Oh yeah.
And
It's yeah.
and then like, I mean, we can go on and on with music, but I think we need to express the importance of movies in 1996 before we
Hmm.
log off because
I
Scream
agree.
was released in 1996,
Yes, it was. Oh.
as was Fear with Lynn
Mm.
Michael. Mark Wahlberg.
And you know what? That's a good one. So anybody that hasn't seen Fear, because I feel like if you were in the if you grew up in the 90s, you knew it because it was
Uh-huh.
all over, right?
Uh-huh.
But a lot of people now, like when you bring up Fear, they're like, "Oh, I never saw that." You need to see it. It is a butt clencher.
Yeah.
And
It,
Mark Wahlberg, dang, he like he creeped me out. You know?
yeah.
He played a good stalker. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that was I just saw a TikTok on the movie and it was
Mm-hmm.
like all the important scenes and I forgot how he like creepy he was. How he's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm not even gonna you guys need to watch it. I'm not even gonna say what
Yes.
I was gonna say. But
Mm-hmm.
The Craft came out, Romeo and Juliet, featuring a young
Ugh.
Claire Danes and a young Leo DeCaps. Came
And
out.
let's just say happy birthday, Leo. He
Oh,
turned
happy.
49.
Oh, he is fine as all hell. You know what? Leo DeCaps, we
Can I just
love.
say something? Presley had never heard of she knew who Leonardo DiCaprio was. So she goes, "Oh, I saw something on YouTube the other day, like a headline that popped up, and they said it was Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday." She goes, "But oh my gosh, I think they were playing a joke with how they spelt his name." And so she literally wrote it down for Tony and I yesterday. And she goes, "Yeah, look it. They spelt it D, capital I, and then capital C." And I'm like, we're like, but that's his name. And DiCaprio. And she goes, "But why would it be all capitals like that? It's like they're making fun of him."
Oh,
So she thought, because she wouldn't say the word because that's to her, that's a bad word, obviously.
oh,
And so I was like, "No, that's his name." She goes, "Oh my gosh, I thought they were joking. I thought they were making fun of his name." And she goes, "And that was really rude." I go, "No, that's his name.
oh.
It's DiCaprio."
Ay, lindura. She's so pure.
She's so funny. I was like, the things that kids think of, right?
Mhm.
First Wives Club, we
Thank
went and
you.
saw.
Thank you. I can watch that movie over and over and over and over. It's one of my
Oh, totally.
favorites. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love it. The Truth About Cats and Perros.
Ooh,
I saw that
I
with you.
yes, one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of those movies I couldn't stand Uma Thurman in the beginning, but
Yeah.
it was a good movie because they knew how to turn that around to where I absolutely adored her by the end.
Yeah, I
And Janine
agree.
Garoppolo,
Oh, she's such a
love
dot.
her. Love her so much.
She's such a dot. But
She
like,
is.
I mean, so many great movies and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Independence Day was huge in
Yeah.
1996. It was
And
released.
and like they said, that was actually probably one of the big blockbuster movies of
Yep.
1996 was Independence Day because I remember that amazing. Jerry Maguire was actually a really
Huge
big one too.
blockbuster. Yeah.
And did we mention That Thing You Do?
No, but that was
Oh,
huge.
I love that one. That's so I love the soundtrack of that one is really good. There's so many. Like Twister we mentioned, but that Twister was a really good one too. That one, I don't know. I did we see that together in the movie theater?
I
Did
know I
we?
saw it in the movies. Maybe we did see it together.
Yeah. I mean, you're right though. I have to agree that when you look at music and you look at movies, it kind of reminds you of what was. And we forget all the good things that like we were blessed with in 1 year. When you look at all these movies in 1 year, that's a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me now to go onto Netflix or Hulu or
Same.
whatever and find something.
It's and lately in the theaters, it's like one big movie. Like
Yeah,
it's not like it used to be at all.
it's not. It's kind of sad. The whole era of movies and the hype of it has changed with, now streaming and stuff. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But and Matilda was in there. I love Matilda.
You're adorable.
That is like one of the best. Have you seen Matilda?
No, the little girl
Oh
annoys
my
me.
oh no, it's so funny. Oh my God, and a very Brady sequel came out.
Okay, which
Hmm.
I'm gonna play for Angel this weekend because she
Oh,
loved the Brady Bunch movie.
oh, amazing. Oh, she did. She like,
Yeah, because she
oh, I
and
love it.
she thought it was so fuzzy, and I was like, "Thank you. Like this is what my mother raised me on." Okay, I can't believe
Hmm.
she didn't watch the show, but she watched the cartoon, and that reminds me. I can't believe there was a cartoon. Like I totally didn't watch it.
Really? Of the Brady Bunch?
That so I'm thinking like, is she sure? But she like said the plots and everything.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
don't remember that. Oh,
I guess there
maybe.
was a cartoon. Yeah, the Brady Kids. She
Oh,
watched that.
oh, that's cute. I'm like, man, we didn't know that, but huh,
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. That's
The
actually pretty
first episode
interesting.
aired in 72.
Oh, okay, that's adorable. Wow, I never knew that. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. No, it was a good year for a lot of things. I mean, 1995 I feel for me is still my favorite,
Me too.
but 1996 did have some still kind of was like on the tail end of 1995 was still had a little bit of the hype of that
Hmm.
year because that year is epic.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can go on and on. There was still was a lot more, but we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, 1996 was good. We were sophomores and um yeah, it was a good time to be alive.
It sure was.
Mhm. But anyways, anything else, Steph?
No, just that I will say that music and movies did save this year for me because I'm
Mhm.
not about the Olympics. So, yay. I know, I suck. But I'm excited to see what 1997 will bring. So, this is fun.
Yeah.
Like I had forgotten about a lot of things, and at least in a like the years that certain things happened. So I like that we're doing this because it reminds me, like, oh shit, that happened then. That's great. It's a good little
Yes,
refresher.
exactly. And just real quick, because this actually was a big one, Princess Di and Prince Charles officially divorced
Oh, that was big.
in 1996. Because that was those were like some scandalous years
Yeah.
with the royal family. So, I love my royals and I love the Summer
Mm,
Olympics.
I love my Royals, and that's it.
Although there is a picture of Kate Middleton that's out.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it, but they posted it yesterday. She was looking her age a little bit. She still
no.
looked beautiful. But even in all the comments, everybody was saying, wow, this is the first picture ever where Kate looks her age.
But they
Like,
said that? That's so
yes,
jacked.
all of them. Even I said that without looking at the comments. And of course, I went to the comments to see if anybody was commenting on what I was commenting on in my head. And the comments reflected the same thing that I commented.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But she's a beauty. She really is. She's timeless regardless. But anyways, I can't wait to see what 1997 brings. It's the year that we turn 16 and I
Yeah.
have a good feeling it's just going to keep getting better and better.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So,
Yes, same here. But I
yay.
hope everybody enjoyed this segment of Totally 90s podcast.
Yes.
Well, I hope you have a fantastic day, Steph.
I hope you have an even better one, Neen.
On hump day. Whoop, whoop.
Happy, happy hump day. Happy, happy hump day.
Do the Humpty Hump.
To do the Humpty Hump. What?
That was a good one. Oh. Anyways, alrighty, Steph.
Alrighty, cutie pie. Well, this has been an excellent installment of Total 90s Podcast with the Neen and the Steph, and I'll talk to you tomorrow or in a few hours, Neen. But
Yes.
to everyone else, we'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh, yeah. Peace out, buddy.